Hello and welcome back. Today we are answering the question, why is it so important that we set big, hairy, scary goals? My name is Mallory Erickson. I am a fundraising consultant and executive coach, and I'm thrilled to talk with you today about this. Okay, so I feel like there is so much conversation out there about SMART goals, right? We know what SMART goals are and that they're measurable and specific and oftentimes small because it's sort of all about achievement, right? So yes, SMART goals can be important when it comes to a very specific action item that you need to take, right? But you also need to have a big, hairy, scary goal, and then your SMART goals fit under that. So why is it so important that you have a big, hairy, scary goal? Well, first of all, let me just say, the first reason is because the only reason to not have a big, hairy, scary goal is because you're afraid that you won't be able to hit it, right? And is that a good enough reason to not set a big goal? Because we do not feel like we can handle the rejection or what we are classifying as failure that comes with it. In my opinion, that is not a good enough reason. And I think you are strong enough and resilient enough to deal with not hitting it. So I just want to say that off the bat. And part of the way to sort of talk yourself through that is based on the other reason for this big, hairy, scary goal, which is that even in the setting of a big, hairy, scary goal, even in picking the number of that big, hairy, scary goal, you allow yourself to think and dream bigger. You are going to come up with so many more creative solutions for your business or your nonprofit or your social enterprise if your goal is bigger, right? I want you to imagine this for a second. Think about how differently you might plan or think if your goal is to raise $100,000 this year, right? Make or raise $100,000 this year, right? Think about the way that your mind is going to use that goal to think about what's possible, what's not possible, what's a stretch, right? What's a reach? Now I want you to think for a second, what if you had to raise, or what if you had to make $5 million this year? I just want you to feel that in your body for a second. $5 million. If I asked you to sit down and create a plan around $5 million, guess what? You are going to be way more creative, way more innovative. You're going to push yourself farther. You're going to think about things you would have never thought about if you were only trying to raise or make $100,000, right? So the thing that I need you to understand, that I want you to understand, is that even in the having of the big, hairy, scary goal, there is so much value, okay? So get that big, hairy, scary goal out there. Then sure, do SMART goals around certain deliverables around it, but don't restrict yourself right out of the gate around the big ways that you can be thinking about your organization or your social enterprise, right? This is what I do in my business too. And you will watch the magic happen, and do it with your team too, right? This is all about, if you could wave a magic wand and do 3 things that would help you get to $5 million, what would they be? Right? And go from there. This is why thinking big is so critical in how you show up with curiosity, creativity, what I talk about in terms of anabolic energy, right? That everything is a prism of opportunity. And when we think small and we think in scarcity, everything becomes about black and white and judgment thinking. And that is not the road to success. So I'm really excited for you to think about this. Shut off this video or watch another video. I'm sure I'm supposed to tell you that instead. But what I really want you to do is pause this video right now. And I want you to sit down and I want you to do this. I want you to think about, what is your big, hairy, scary goal? I want you to identify it right now. And I want you to give yourself a few moments to just think big and sink into that. And then know, if you don't achieve that big, hairy, scary goal, it is no problem, because you are strong enough, resilient enough to see the value in the setting of it, and that it pushed you so much farther, that you reached so much higher, and that you raised or made so much more because you had that big, hairy, scary goal. Okay, I'm fired up. I'm gonna go do it. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to subscribe, comment below, ask a question, tell me what follow-up you need. I'm really excited to have you here today with me. So best of luck.